What you have to do, make a comparison between government of your country. Like here I am in India now. If I want to compare Indian government to the universal government, okay? Hmm. So let's proceed now. In Indian government, there is law and order and punishment for those who break the law of the government. Can anybody say in universal government, is there any kind of punishment kept for those who break the laws of God? Huh? You will find for every action there is a reaction. Like for example, if one does illicit sex, HIV problem, there is AIDS, immunity becomes low, and even getting common cold, people die. Mhm. Somebody is eating tobacco, they get ulcers in the mouth. Somebody smokes cigarette, they get cancer in the lungs. Somebody drinks liquor, they get liver problem. Uh, at the same time, if somebody does good things, for example, you do yogasanas, or you do pranayam, then you become healthy. Isn't it? You eat vegetarian food, then you become more healthy. That means the universe is so designed that when you do the right thing, you get better. When you do wrong things, we are punished and not allowed to go in that wrong direction for a long time. Uh, Second one is health ministry. Every government should take care of the health of their citizens. Similarly, in this universe also, to take care of our health, what is arranged by God, if you see there is Ayurvedic herbs, Jadibuti. If you read Charak Samhita, you will see thousands and thousands of herbs are available on the surface of the globe. God has arranged for every disease there is a medicinal herb available. Just see the amazing creation. Similarly, there is electricity and lighting arranged by the electricity board, isn't it? This universe also is a dark universe. So, how is lighting arranged? Hmm? For all people to benefit. Like one day night, I was flying in a plane. From there, I saw down there were millions of lights put up. Because we are tiny living entities, we also need many, many tiny lights, millions of lights we need to lit up the whole world. But when God wants to light up the whole world in the morning time, He just puts down only one big light. That's all. The whole world is lit up. And the night when you go to sleep, He puts another night light. Only one night light, dim light He puts, and you can guess what it is. The sun and moon, isn't it? Why I call it night light? Because we go to sleep, and God also is so kind. He gives a dim light. If He gives another bright, another one more sun comes in the night, think about it. How you won't be happy, isn't it? So He gives the sun and moon. Similarly, He knows my children are going to sleep now, so He puts a dim light in the night. And then the finance ministry has currency or wealth for every government. uh. Similarly, in the universal government, there is diamond, there is gold, silver, navaratnas. These are all the real wealth you find in the God's creation. Similarly, for protecting us from dangers, government has air force, army, and navy, isn't it? Similarly, in God's creation, if you see around the earth, there is a ozonosphere, around the earth. So that prevents the ultraviolet radiation to in coming into the earth. Similarly, in your own body, there is a protective mechanism. Anybody knows what is it called as? It's called as immunity. Immunity, we call it. One more thing we'll see. For example, if there is a fire by my side, by while talking to you, I just put my hand. Immediately, it burns and gives me a sensation. I'll take it away. But if God didn't give this type of mechanism of taking away my hand, sensitivity, imagine I'm putting my hand and talking to you. After talking, when I turn around, my hand will only be this much only. Because other portion of the hand will be consumed in the fire. So He has kept a protective mechanism. Similarly, you climb on the top of a mountain and peep from there, you develop fear. huh? Even from a 10-story building, you peep, you have fear. Why? That fear principle is created so that you will not foolishly walk over. If there is no fear, even when you go to a big mountain, from there you will just walk ahead and you will fall, and until you die, you will not know that it is dangerous to walk ahead. See, these are all protective mechanisms He has kept. Yeah. And education is given for all citizens in a country. Similarly, has God arranged for education also? Yes. He has given Vedas, Bible, Quran to educate all of us, to purify our heart and take us back. And besides that, He has also given a lot of, information through, like for example, And in the Vedas also there is material knowledge also. There is physics, there is chemistry, there is metallurgy. NASA is studying the Vedas to find out both about Vimana Shastra as well as about metallurgy. There is vast information available in the Vedas also. So in this way, behind the national government there is a prime minister. Behind the universal government also there has to be, yeah, there has to be a person behind. Is it not true? There has to be a God beyond. How can any government run on its own? Like for example, in your house there is a leader, which is a father. In a school there is headmaster. In a college there is principal. In a state there is a chief minister. In a country there is prime minister. Wherever a group of plural living entities live, there is one singular leader. Similarly, we are millions of living entities all over the world. How can there be no master at all? There has to be a master of all living beings. Nitya nityanam chetanas chetananam yeko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman. Upanishad say this. We are eternal, God is eternal. We are conscious, He is conscious. But we are plural subordinates, He is singular supreme. Like that it says. Yeah, Prime Minister maintains and controls the country, God maintains and controls the whole universe. Government law abiders live happily and lawbreakers are punished. God's law abiders live prosperously and lawbreakers suffer according to the karma. Yeah. So the famous verse from Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says, Matta paradanam nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. He says that just like you see, I have a kantimala here. In this mala there are many manis are there. But all these manis are connected by a nylon thread. If you remove that nylon thread, all these manis will get scattered away. Similarly, all this universe, in a very orderly way, it is going on very beautifully because he says that I am the person behind who is actually making everything run. And if I, like just like magnet, I told you, all the iron filings move. If you suddenly take away the magnet, all the iron filings will all get scattered away. They will not move in a uniform fashion. That's what he says.